Go ahead.
So did we just hit that point of training camp practice where it just gets going like that?
Yeah, I think it's always a sign that guys are ready to line up across from another color. I thought it was a really good practice, competitive practice. Obviously got heated on both sides, and we just got to protect ourselves, make sure that we're not putting our teammates at jeopardy. But you got a lot of prideful guys that put a lot into this job, and they care a lot about what they do, and they respond in an intense way. So as long as we're doing it the right way, it's good for our football team.
Did you see anything you consider dirty?
No. Listen, this was a long, competitive period that is meant to replicate a game situation. And so when the offense moves the ball, the defense is frustrated, and the defense makes a stop, the offense gets frustrated. So, those are things that are going to happen. I didn't see anything dirty today.
How good is it to see the focus that the guys came in with today?
Awesome. Yeah, listen, we need to develop an edge. We're in the process of doing that, and today was a big step in that direction, so I thought it was a good practice.
Pitch Joe had that throw on Friday across his body to Shedrick down the field. He had a bunch today across his body. Does that signify to you that he's back to wherever back needs to be?
I think we see more and more evidence every day that he's moving in the direction where certainly he wants to go, where we want him to go. I think he's in a really good place right now, and I think it's only going to get better from here.
Dan, what kind of practice do you think T had?
T was outstanding today. He caught everything we threw his way. Contested catches, created separation. Really the guy that we know he is and we expect him to be every time he's out here on the field. I thought he had a great day.
With everything that was going on, was it fun to see kind of Burrow step up in that moment like he kind of always does?
Listen, it was a fun practice for all of us. When things get super competitive like that, sometimes you hear the banter back and forth, and once you step back from what just happened, we just talk. That's a fun day. It's a fun day for Joe, a fun day for all of us.
It was a move.
From the girls' perspective, he steps up and he backs it up.
Listen, when it gets heated and the competitive juices get flowing, it brings out the best in elite competitors, and Joe's an elite competitor.
I think Joe scored 3 times in a row, moved the ball. I know it's just to move the ball, but you had to like the final results.
It's we like these periods as an offense because so often it's scripted, and you're in this. The ball starts at the same yard line every time, and there's a sense of momentum and juice that you get as an offense when you get to move the ball down the field. And so I think you saw that on our first couple of drives. It builds confidence, and Joe made a ton of plays on those drives.
What have you found out about this offense that you didn't know at the beginning of camp?
I don't know that I've found out anything that we didn't know. I think that we are confirming things that we hoped we would be. It's been a good camp. There have been things that need to be cleaned up, and we're in the process of doing that. But I think we had a really good idea of who we were going to be, and we're becoming that.
Are roles coming more into focus, do you think, for you and Zach? We're getting to that point a little bit. I would say we're getting just now to the point of camp where we can maybe start to have some of those discussions. And certainly nothing is in stone, and there's plenty of opportunity for guys to compete for their share of what we're going to do here on offense. What do you want to see out of the offense on Saturday?
Just first opportunity to go out in a game situation, crisp pre-snap operation, no penalties, execution of whatever we ask them to do. We're gonna go out there and try to win the football game, because every time we step on the field, that's important. So take advantage of the chances that you get and show well for yourself and the team.
Is this the farthest you've been along since Joe's been in the league, given he's taken pretty much every snap at camp?
In terms of like offensive progression at this, that's hard for me to say. Certainly it's great, comparing it to prior years in camp, having Joe there day in and day out is a big deal, and we feel that confidence. And so from that standpoint, sure, we're further along now than maybe we've been the last couple of years. What's happened in the past, I really don't care about. I care about this team, and I feel good about this team.
Why is it so important for y'all to develop an edge at this point now?
Well, this is a game of very small margins, and it's a league with very small margins. So how are you going to be just that much better than your opponent? Because we know that there's 31 other teams. Guys get paid a lot of money. Coaches get paid a lot of money. We got to figure out what's going to make us different, and that's our talent. That's what we do, how we've built this culture, and it also has to be how we finish games, and that edge helps us do that.
With all the time you spent this offseason working on explosive plays, has it been encouraging, the number of them you've seen this summer?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're doing a good job putting our guys in position to make those plays, and they got to go make them. And so
every time you get a chance to do it, they can't be long foul balls. Like we got to connect, and I think we did that several times today, and that is encouraging.
What's been your impression of Zach and Chase Brown so far? Zach Moss and Chase Brown?
I'm super pleased with both. Zach's been the consummate pro. He's where he needs to be every single play, regardless of what we ask him to do. He's caught every ball we've thrown to him, like a lot of contested hard catches off his body. Zach's can't be happier with Zach, and Chase is the young budding talent that we all expected him to be, who adds an explosive element to our rushing attack and catching the ball out of the backfield. So I feel really, really good about that spot.
When you did your evaluation of the offensive line after the season, how did you feel like the interior guys, Cordell, Ted, and Alex, played last year?
I think, I think they played well at times. I think there were games where we could have been better there across the line, not just on the interior. And, so really this year was just about how do we talk a lot about putting our skill players in position to make plays for us. Let's make sure that we're doing everything in our power to put the guys up front in position to do the things they do well. And they're coming together. They've played together for so long now. They're the heart and soul of our team, of our unit. Our skill players and our quarterback get a lot of credit, as they should. But, it's the energy and the intensity that the line brings every day that drives us. And we love those guys. And so we're happy with what they've shown.